Yo, 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 what's up, my guy?
My man.
Man,
What's good with it, bro?
man, not much, man. Ready to talk about these little NBA playoffs that's been popping off, man.
Man, we got a lot to hop into, so let's just get right to it. I'm not gonna mess around. My name is Corey Hilliard, and the man next to me, Brandon Hill, aka B Hill. We are the House Divided. If you've been here before, you know what it is. If it's your first time, me, Casa, Su Casa, get him, B Hill.
You guys already know what time it is here at the House Divided. If you're not already a part of our House Divided family, it's real simple. Go ahead, hop down there, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell while you guys are at it so you guys can be up to date on all our latest content that we are going to be dropping for y'all. As well, if y'all don't mind, help us out with the algorithm. Smash that thumbs up button. That way we can get out there on those platforms. More people can view our content. More people can see us. And last but not least, we want to hear from you guys. Hop down there in those comment boxes. Good, bad, right, wrong, indifferent. Y'all already know the drill. We don't care one way or another. We just want to hear from y'all. So, hopping into these playoffs, Corey, let's talk about some of these Saturday slate of games. The 76ers asserted their dominance against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
I think that was a series that you were thinking that the Nets were going to have a shot in that one, and I tried to tell you, Corey. I don't think so. I think Joel Embiid, James Harden, all them guys, I think that's a little too much firepower for the Brooklyn Nets. But, I mean, the Nets have been a good story up to this point, so give them props where props are due, but this is where the rubber's going to meet the road. What do you say?
Yeah. The last time we did a show was the first night of the play-in, so people, followers, haven't really got to hear my prediction on this. So I'm going to go out and say it right now, and I'm still holding to it. I'm sticking with it.
Yikes.
Nets in 7. You can say yikes all you want. You can say this guy's an idiot. He's a football player trying to talk about basketball. It is what it is. 76ers came out, won game 1. The reason I'm so high on the Nets, man, Mikal Bridges, 12 of 18, 30 points, had 20-something in the first half, fell off in the second half. But you know what, man? I just really like this Nets team. Shouts out to the 76ers, though. They did what they needed to do. Tobias Harris, 21 points, and Embiid, 26. Maxey gave a cool 13, and Harden gave a 23 spot. So that's 4 out of your 5 starters in double digits, which is huge, and that's why they went on to win the game. Series is not over, though. It's just one game, bro. I like Bridges. I think if Dinwiddie shoots the ball better this second game, they have a legit chance. I need Finney-Smith. I need guys off the bench. I need Seth Curry to get more minutes, more than 16 minutes. I need Joe Harris to get more than 14 minutes and shoot the ball better. And I need Royce O'Neal to give me more than 4 points. He played 28 minutes to give me 4 points, plus minus a 13. I'm sticking with it, B Hill. You can call me stupid, crazy, whatever you want to call me. I love the Nets in this series. I'm a big fan of Mikal Bridges, and I'm sticking with it.
Sixers in 5.
That's fine. You can say that all you want, bro.
That's what it's going to be. Watch. Sixers in 5. Mark my words. You can book that one down, too.
You can book it? All right.
They're too much, man. They have nobody to stop Joel Embiid. That's going to be a problem the whole entire series. So, and if you get James Harden doing what he did, that's just a plus. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I just don't believe in Harden and Tobias Harris. I don't think they have those kind of games again, but we'll see.
Another game to where it was basically, I told you were giving the other team a little bit too much love. This is your team, the Boston Celtics. You guys handled your business in that first game. Just as I was like kind of telling you, who's going to stop Jason Tatum? Nobody. Who's going to stop Jaylen Brown? Nobody. You know what I'm saying? So when your guys are coming out and you're doing these kind of things, Corey, and you guys are controlling the game the way that you guys did, it's trouble for the opposition. And whenever you have Derek White throwing a quick little 24 points on top of all that, you see what I'm saying? So that's 3 of your starters with 20-plus points. That's usually a recipe for success in the NBA. and that's usually how things work. So what do you say on this one, Corey? You guys played great defense. You basically took the Atlanta Hawks out of whatever they wanted to do and basically just said, we're big dog on the block and y'all little dog, and you're just not on our level. What do you say?
Yeah, what wound up being a 13-point win was once at 30 at the first half. The Hawks figured some things out in that second half. They really did. They figured some things out. Bogdanovich was huge in the second half for them. DeJounte Murray started making plays at the rim. He was 10 of 25 for the game, but he was their high scorer at 24. I just think we came out, we showed our playoff experience. We punched them in the mouth early, got it up to 30, and then there's a point in that second half, where it got down to 12 or 11, and I was like super nervous, and that was like 9 minutes left in the game. So for an NBA game, the way everybody shoots a 3-ball now, that had me super nervous. But we called a timeout. We came back and closed it out. Shouts out to Jaylen Brown with a hurt hand, the Band-Aid and all. High score, 29. Jason Tatum was 10 of 23. I like to see a little bit better efficiency shooting the ball, but he had 11 defensive rebounds, which was huge.
Right. 5 of 29, Corey, that y'all held the Hawks to from 3-point line. That's something else to shout out right there. That's great defense. You know what I'm saying? You guys were getting up in the shooters' grills. You weren't letting them just take easy shots. So 5 of 29 to hold the Atlanta Hawks to 5 of 29 with the 3-point shooters that they have is something else that needs to be brought up and pointed out.
No, we've been a top defensive team all year, top 5 at least. So good on you bringing that up. I totally agree with that. We got the Time Lord, Robert Williams, coming off the bench with his injuries, but he's still giving us 22 minutes. The guy I want to shout out before we move on to the next game, Derek White, bro. Yeah. 39 minutes, 24 points, 4-7 from 3, 7 of 13. Super efficient. I love this dude, man. He's a goofy looking dude. I don't know what he's doing with his hair. But the dude just gets buckets, man, and he shoots the ball really well. 8-man rotation. No Blake Griffin, no Grant Williams, who was huge in the playoffs for us last year. But Sam Hauser got 11 minutes. So it is what it is. Game 1, 30-point lead, turn it into a 13-point win. We're going to have to be way better in the second half next game, but it is what it is. Status quo.
Hey, you take the 1-0 lead and you move on to the next game and you keep going churning. So, talking about this next game, Corey, this is a series that I could see going 6-7 games, more likely towards the 7 games than the 6 games. The New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. This was a hell of a game the other night. All I want to say is Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks, you guys are a well-run organization. Why didn't you pay Jalen Brunson? What were they thinking? This guy, nothing short of spectacular whenever it comes time to the playoffs. Last night he had 27 points. He was 11 of 24. But he was just involved in almost everything, Corey. If they needed a big shot, the New York Knicks, he got it. You also had R.J. Barrett that was playing good, tough defense. You had Julius Randle that was knocking down shots. He had a double-double. The New York Knicks, man, they kind of have some depth to their team. You know what I'm saying? They got some guys that are over there that are playing some good, hard minutes. Josh Hart off the bench, again, has been a great pickup for them since they've gotten him. So... man, then you're looking over there at the Cleveland Cavaliers, and it's kind of they go as Donovan Mitchell goes. And I alluded to this before, Corey. To me, I've never been that impressed with Donovan Mitchell. Yes, he scores all these points and does all these things, but what does he do to help his team win ball games when the games matter? What does he do? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you're a superstar, or you claim to be a superstar, or you're trying to get to that superstardom level, You have to be able to take your team to that next level. And to me, Corey, Donovan Mitchell just is not that guy, man. He's nice. He's nice. He's just, I don't know. Call me crazy.
This is where House Divided comes in right now. I totally disagree.
Okay.
Dude had 38 points, bro. It's not a game without Donovan Mitchell in the fourth quarter.
I appreciate that.
He's carrying his team. Darius Garland, who was an all-star last year, only gave you 17. Evan Mobley, 8 points. He was a total no-show. Karis LeVert, who I think is a really damn good player, 1 of 7 off the bench, 3 points. He had no help this game, bro. He had no help.
No, that's fair.
38.
But you have to, like, you can't will your teammates. Come on. I'm talking about, man, he's got the players, man. He just, sometimes he gets a little bit to where he's like, I'm going to do it all type of guy. He had 30 shot attempts out here, Corey. 30.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Come on. Come on, man. You telling me
on that.
So some of those players, they should get more shot attempts than maybe what they did. It's hard to get into the flow of the game whenever you only have 10 to 12 shots a game, man. They were doing a lot of ball watching because that's what Donovan Mitchell does. Just mark my words, Corey. That's why they're not going to make it out of this first round. The New York Knicks are going to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's going to happen.
We kind of talked about this a while back, man. This was probably one of those hot matchups that it was a toss-up. Me and you agreed, right?
Yep.
And all you got to do, bro, for me, the X factor is definitely Brunson. But Isaiah Quickly is up for 6th Man of the Year.
Yeah, he's nice. He's super nice off the bench. Yeah.
Dude had 3 points. Josh Hart, 17 points. Quentin Grimes, when he's shooting the three well, he can flame up and get hot. I agree with you, bro. The Knicks are just a deeper team. Now, it is one game. I totally think that the Cavs are going to come back and win this game, too. I think Mobley and Garland have to be better if they
need to.
This game too.
They need to. They need to be better if they want to win the game.
Karis LeVert has to be Karis LeVert coming off the bench.
This next game, Corey, is going to determine if this goes 7 games or if it's going to be a quick little 5-6 game series. This next game is going to determine that. If the Cavs lose this next game, this thing could be over in 5. I wouldn't be surprised. But if the Cavs do win this next game, it's going to go 6 or 7. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
No, and bro, if you look at the plus minuses on this real quick before you go to the next game,
it's close.
The plus minus for all of the bench players for the Knicks, plus 12, plus 19, plus 5, plus 8. That's Toppin, Harstein, Hark, and Quickly.
Yep.
Look at the plus minus for the bench players for the Cavs. Minus 14, plus 1, minus 9, minus 14.
Yep.
That's where they lost the game. The bench players definitely outplayed the Knicks players did on the bench, outplayed the Cavs players.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. 100%, man. That's where it came down to. That series is so close to where little things like that are going to play a factor in that series to see who goes on to win it. So, this next one, this was the last game to talk about. This was a good one.
Oh, this was a game of the night.
The Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings, man. Sacramento Kings, after their big, long playoff drought, getting into this thing, nobody giving them a chance in hell to beat the Golden State Warriors. And what do, man? De'Aaron frickin' Fox, my guy. Now, that's a baller. That guy right there, he's a problem. He is an absolute problem. He dropped 38 on them Warriors' head, man. He basically just said, Steph Curry, here it is. Here it is, man. Come and get it. There's nothing that the Golden State Warriors could do to stop De'Aaron Fox. It was the De'Aaron Fox show. I mean, and everybody else just come on along for the ride. That's the type. You see that right there? You see how his team won the game, Corey? That's what I want to see from a Donovan Mitchell. What De'Aaron Fox did. You see that? You
That's
see?
fair.
And then you got freaking Malik Monk. And this one, Corey, hurt my soul. This one hurt my soul. Malik Monk off the bench with 32 points. He was 14 of 14 from the free throw line. You want to
Dude
talk?
was cash.
You
Was
want
cash all night, bro.
He's been cash. I love Malik Monk's game. He's an absolute baller. The Warriors, they played a good game too. It came down to if Andrew Wiggins would have hit that three at the end of the game, we might be talking about something different here. But he didn't. They turned the beam on, the big old beam that comes out of Sacramento Stadium. They turned that sucker on, and that sucker was shining. And the Sacramento Kings won game one, man. What do you say? What's your take on this one?
Man, I love Trey Lyles coming off the bench, gave you 16. We already talked about Malik Monk, but to me, Trey Lyles and Alex Lynn were huge.
Yep.
Huge off the bench, bro. They did what they were supposed to do. If I'm looking at it, also Harrison Barnes, those three players, Trey Lyles, Alex Lynn, Harrison Barnes, is the reason why they won that game, because De'Aaron Fox is going to do what De'Aaron Fox does. And you really didn't get a good game out of Sabonis. He was 5 of 17, and you still won the game.
Right.
To me, Andrew Wiggins, first game back, 1 of 8 from 3. I thought he got tired late. Maybe that's just me. I felt as the game wore on, he lost something off his shooting touch because his legs just got heavy. I could be reading too much of that. Who knows? I think Jordan Poole was a letdown for the Warriors. Only 4 of 10, 17 points off the bench. Curry was unbelievable in the fourth quarter, just hitting those threes. Klay Thompson was 5 of 14 from the three, 8 of 19, 21 points. Here's the thing people don't realize about the Warriors. As Klay Thompson goes, the Warriors go.
I agree.
He is the ultimate X factor.
I agree.
If he gives you 27 plus, they're probably going to win the game. That's only 2 more 3-pointers. And he missed a couple of big ones at the end of that fourth quarter, that really could have changed that game. So, defending champs, they lost a tough one on the road. Curry had an open look at the three to tie it up at the end. This game, too, is going to be serious. The Sacramento Kings have to be greedy. They got to get this game, too.
Yep.
Man. You don't want to let the defending champs get this game, too, on your home floor.
No. You got to keep them at status quo. They've been the worst road team in the NBA this season. You know what I mean? Right. They were absolutely terrible for a defending champ to play like they did on the road this season. Now, granted, they haven't had Wiggins a lot of the time. Okay, now y'all got Wiggins back. I'm tired of hearing that. I don't want to listen to it no more. The guy was playing, whether this was his first game back or not, I don't want to hear it. But the Warriors, I got the Warriors winning this series still, Corey. I think they're going to win it in 6. 6 games, I think, is what the Warriors will win this in. Because I think the Warriors are going to bounce back in a big way in this game, too. I don't see the Sacramento Kings winning this game, too. They got lucky. They played their absolute best game, Corey, that they could have played. Now, granted, Sabonis could have given you a little bit more, but having a 32-point effort and a 16-point effort from Lyles and Monk off the bench, and De'Aaron Fox giving you 38 points, and you only win by 3, and the Warriors still had a chance to tie this thing up. Come on.
Yeah. You can't expect that from Monk every game. You're not going to get 33 out of him every game.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So it's like I trust the Warriors a little bit more than what I do them.
Well, Draymond Green's got to be a dude too. I was kind of disappointed in him. He had been playing better lately as the season wore on after the All-Star break. 1 of 5, 4 points. He did have 11 assists. 9 total rebounds. You got to score more points.
I need about 10 to 15 out of Draymond.
Yeah, just get 10, bro.
You know what I mean? Just give me 10 points. 10 to 15. Give me your rebounds. Get me close to a triple-double out of Draymond. That's what I need from him. So, they'll get it. They'll get it. I think the Warriors are going to bounce back in this next game. So, you ready to hop into this Sunday slate of games, man?
Yeah, let's talk about today, dog.
This Sunday slate, we'll go ahead and get it started. It started off with my Lakers getting a big victory today against the Memphis Grizzlies. They basically, from start to finish, really, Corey, There was times that Memphis kind of took a little control, had a little momentum here and there, but for the most part, the Lakers just hung in there, stuck in there, and then come fourth quarter, it was the Austin Reeves show, man. Austin Reeves, but Rui Hachimura off the bench, that was the difference maker. Anytime Memphis had something to do, when they would go down, they would score, they would do something, it was always Rui Hachimura coming down at the other end, getting a big bucket, spin moves, you know what I'm saying, hitting threes. The guy was sitting there, he was 5 of 6 from the three-point line, 11 of 14 overall. He had 29 points and 6 rebounds. You see what I'm saying? And then you had LeBron out here with 21 points, 11 rebounds. You had AD, 7 freaking blocks today, 22 points, 12 rebounds. This is
a couple of those old school chase down blocks too that he used to do back in the day.
That's what I'm saying. LeBron had 3 blocks. The Lakers played an excellent game today. They showed, and Jared Vanderbilt on Ja Morant.
Problems.
That's a problem. That's a problem. When you got a guy that's 6'8", 6'9", that can pick up a guard like that 90 feet and harass him the whole entire game, it was a problem for Ja. Now, prayers for Ja Morant. I hope everything's okay with that wrist. I hope he's able to continue playing because I don't want us to beat the Memphis Grizzlies just because they didn't have Ja Morant. You know what I'm saying? So, and Desmond Bane, after this game in the press conference, that was so disrespectful what he said about Rui Hachimura. He said that was a good. He said something about like, oh, that was a nice game. Let's see if he can do it again. Basically just not giving him no flowers. That man Rui was absolutely balling today. And ever since LeBron has gotten back, that's when Rui really started to take off with our team. Because LeBron finds Rui on the offensive side. Like, there's so many of LeBron's assists that go to Rui whenever they're playing. It's just, they have good chemistry. Yeah, he sets them up. So, I don't know, man. I was excited about today. It was a very, very good win. And Lakers are going to win the West. I said it, man. I got to keep standing on it. What do you got?
No, man, you pretty much covered it. That's your team. I think the 7 blocks by Anthony Davis was just beautiful defensive basketball. D'Angelo Russell, he was steady for you guys. Hachimura caught fire in that third quarter. And then AR-15, dog. Y'all got to bring this man back.
Oh, they will.
Give him a contract.
They will.
Get him back in the building. That fourth quarter was just something to can't even state how big that was. And we talked about this last episode, bro. I was wondering if y'all were going to go to 8-man rotation or a 9-man rotation. And so what it looks like is Hachimura caught 30 minutes because he got hot, of course. Brown Jr. got 17. Schroeder, for sure, 20 minutes. And then Malik Beasley, he's got to give you quality minutes. He only played 10 minutes. He's got to start making some shots in these next couple of games if y'all going to pull this off. Grizzly side, bro, I wasn't impressed with anything, bro. Jaren Jackson gave you 31. I mean, but to be honest, bro, Dylan Brooks was Dylan Brooks. He only had 15 points, plus minus at 18. Ja hurt his hand, so that's up in the air. He had 18 points. Desmond Bane he shouldn't be calling out or saying anything about anybody. Dog, you're not that guy. Right. You had one good year last year. Who are you to be talking about Hachimura? He had a nice. He said that like he's been an all-star going back for the past 3 or 4 years. You're not that guy, Desmond.
Right.
Why would you say that?
Well said. It's disrespect, man. It's just haters, bro. People just like to hate. And this was really, I mean, my boy Schroeder off the bench, he got in foul trouble early, so he wasn't really much of a factor, but he still give you 7 points. He was still plus and 6 in the plus and minus, so he didn't hurt us. You know what I'm saying? It's just This Lakers team, man, if they were together all season, we talked about this earlier, the Lakers would be a top 4 seed right now, man. They are not your typical 7 seed. They're just not. They're not.
They're not.
And the side that they're on, it really sets up nicely for them, Corey. I mean, imagine they win this first round, whether it's the Warriors or the Kings. Now, granted, I would much rather play the Sacramento Kings than the Warriors, but I mean, I'm not.
Either
I'm not,
matchup is favorable.
I'm not
Either
going to
matchup, y'all would eat them up inside. AD would have his way with Sabonis or Looney. It's not a good look for the Kings or the Warriors either way. So y'all get
man.
it.
Just talking about these. I mean, the Miami Heat, man, big win game 1. They took advantage of the miscues of the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, there's not much more I can say. Chris Middleton, though, he did ball out. Dropped 33 for him. I need more out of Drew Holiday, though, if I'm the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, I know he gave me 16 points and he gave me 16 assists, but I need more points if I'm not going to have Giannis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need you to give me like a good little 20, 25 points. Need you to be more of a scorer as opposed to looking for everybody else. I don't know. Call me crazy. And Bobby Portis, though. Bobby Portis off the bench was big for them like he always is. He's one of those guys that can get hot. But Kevin Love, though, that's another guy I didn't mention. I forgot to mention him. 18.
Yeah. Kind of turning back the hands of time a little bit.
So,
I like what the Heat did. I hate that they lost Tyler Hero for the rest of the playoffs. That sucks for them.
That does.
It's just another opportunity
for somebody to Is it the rest of the playoffs? It's the rest of the playoffs?
They say this is going to be like a month, maybe 6 weeks. So if they find themselves beating the number 1 overall seed in the whole playoffs, and then beating the Knicks or the Cavs, and they get to the Celtics, then
it's not going to happen.
You know what I mean? Then he'll be back.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, can we both say honestly, if Giannis was healthy in this game, that the Bucks were probably going to win this game?
Yeah. I
mean, let's be real. That was a gut punch when they lost Giannis.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of just one of them deals to where it's like, I get it. I know how that feels to watch your team's star player get hurt. Trust me.
It kind of bolsters his MVP talk if you really want to be honest about it, because they're a completely different team without Giannis, bro.
Absolutely, they are.
It kind of vouches for him being the best player in the league and the MVP.
I mean, I think he is the best player in the league. He doesn't have to get an MVP to prove that. As of right now, Giannis is the best player in the NBA.
You take him over Embiid?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with that. I was just wanting to get you.
No, yes.
Make sure we're on the same page.
Yes, I'm taking Giannis over Embiid. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just because of the way he affects the game, it's different. Embiid kind of needs somebody to set him up to have him. Giannis can take the ball all the way down the court and just yam it on anybody. So.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's pick your poison, honestly, between both of them. But no, I'm taking Giannis all day, every day if I'm starting my squad.
Okay.
So, anything else you got on this game?
Nah, man. I just saw a quote. Bucks coach Mike Budenholzer says Giannis Antetokounmpo had an X-ray that came back clear. He said,
good.
We'll monitor him and see how he wakes up.